Mm.
No. There you go. We're done. All right, I will check.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's ready, Madam Rennie. You can host.
Okay, all right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Very nice seeing you again. Um, you're welcome to tune in Friday's empowerment training section. Today we have Eric as a presenter who's going to present us about two very important topics concerning calcium supplementation. The first one is why calcium supplementation is important. The second is the second one you must really pay attention to because this is very interesting. It's before you supplement calcium, why you're supposed to nourish your kidney. Okay, um, Eric, the stage is yours.
Mm-hmm.
Please guide us through these two very interesting topics.
All right. Thank you, Rainy. Hi, everyone. This is Eric. So just like what Randy said, we gonna share two topics today. All right. So let's start from the first one, which is the calcium, the importance of the calcium supplementation. Let's just watch a very short video first. Okay. So
Calcium is a mineral most often associated with healthy bones and teeth.
from the beginning.
Calcium is a mineral most often associated with healthy bones and teeth. Humans need calcium to build and maintain strong bones, and 99% of the body's calcium is in the bones and teeth. It is also necessary for maintaining healthy communication between the brain and other parts of the body. It plays a role in muscle movement and cardiovascular function. Alongside calcium, people also need vitamin D, as this vitamin helps the body absorb calcium. A long-term calcium deficiency can lead to dental changes, alterations in the brain, and osteoporosis, which causes the bones to become brittle. Calcium deficiency is usually unnoticeable. Left neglected, it could put you in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. Children need it for growth, women need it for preventing osteoporosis, and men need it to stay strong and fit in advanced age. Get calcium from daily diet. With aging, only a small percentage can be absorbed. If you want to stay away from calcium deficiency, taking calcium supplement is a very good choice.
Where do you want to sit now?
All right, guys. So yeah, the video is finished. So today we gonna talking about these two topics. The first one, it will be the calcium, the importance of the calcium supplements, right? The second one, we will share some information about the calcium intake and the relationships between the calcium intake and the kidney functions. All right. So we will see what is their relationships we're gonna talking about. So let's start the first one, which will be the importance of calcium supplementation. So let me open the right. So the first of all, we need to know some basic information about the calcium, right? So the calcium, which is the most abundant mineral in the human body, is found in some foods and added to others and present in some medicines and available as a dietary supplement. All right. So calcium make up much of the structure of the bones and teeth and allows normal bodily movement by keeping tissue rigid and strong and flexible. The small ionized pour of calcium in circulatory system, extracellular fluid, and various tissues medicates blood vessel contraction and dilation, and muscle function, blood clotting, nerve transmission, and the hormone secretion. All right. So calcium from the foods and dietary supplements. I might just want to share. I stop sharing the screen from the computer. Yeah, otherwise you guys will see the echo. So the calcium from the foods and dietary supplements is absorbed by both active transport and by passive diffusion across the intestinal mucosa. So active transport is responsible for most absorption when calcium intakes are lower, and passive diffusion accounts for an increasing proportion of calcium absorption as intakes rise, right? Almost all, which is about 98% of the calcium, which is about 98% of the calcium in the body is stored in the bone, and the body uses the bones as a reservoir, all right, and source of and cause calcium to maintain calcium homeostasis. So more than 99% of the calcium in the body is in the form of calcium hydroxyapatite, and which is an inorganic matrix of calcium and phosphate that is stored in the bones and teeth. So unlike teeth, bone undergoes continuous remodeling with constant resorption and deposition of calcium into new bone. The bone remodeling is required to change bone size during the growth and repair damage, and also maintain serum calcium levels and provide a source of other minerals. All right. So at birth, the baby contains about 28 to 30 gram calcium. So this amount rises quickly after birth and reaching about 1,200 gram in women and 14 gram in men by adulthood. So this level remain constant in men, but they start to drop in women as a result of increases in bone remodeling due to decreased estrogen production at the start of menopause. All right, menopause. So a reverse relationship exists between the calcium intake and absorption. The absorption of calcium from the food is about 45% at intakes of about 200 milligram per day, but only 15% when intakes are higher than 200 milligram per day. So age can also affect absorption of dietary calcium. Net absorption of dietary calcium is as high as 60% in infants and young children who need substantial amounts to build bone, but it decreases to about 25% in adulthood and continues decline with age. All right, so this is some basic information about the calcium, like what is the calcium? So why we really need the calcium in our daily life? So we're gonna talking about this one in this slice. All right, so the calcium is plays various roles in the body. So this include, we can see the screen here. This include the bone health, the muscle construction, the cardiovascular system, and other roles. Right? For the bone health, around 99% of the calcium in the human body is in the bones and teeth we just talked, right? So the calcium is essential for the development. It's essential for the growth and maintenance of bone, right? Maintenance of bone. So as the children grow, the calcium contributes to the development of their bones. After a person stops growing, the calcium continues to help maintain the bones and slow down the bone density loss. All right, so which is a nature part of aging process, the bone density loss, right? So for female who have already experienced menopause can lose bone density at a higher rate than the males or younger people. So they have a higher risk to developing osteoporosis. All right, so and it's a doctor may recommended calcium supplements. All right, and the doctor will recommend calcium supplements. So the second one is the muscle contraction. Muscle contraction, calcium help regulate muscle contraction. So when a nerve stimulates a muscle, the body releases calcium, and the calcium helps the proteins in muscle carry out the work of contraction. All right. So when the body pumps the calcium out of the muscle will feel relaxed. All right. So the third one is the cardiovascular system. So calcium plays a key role in the blood clotting. The process of clotting is complex and has a number of steps. So this involves a range of chemicals, including the calcium. The calcium's role in muscle function includes the maintaining the action of the heart muscle, and calcium relaxes the smooth muscle that's surrounding the blood vessels. All right. So various studies have indicated a possible link between the high consumption of calcium and the lower the blood pressure. All right. So so the last one is the other roles. Okay. The calcium is sole factor for many enzymes. Without calcium, some key enzymes cannot work efficiently. All right. Studies have shown that suggest that consuming enough calcium can result in like the first one, like a lower risk of developing conditions involving high blood pressure during pregnancy, also result in lower blood pressure in young people, lower the blood pressure in those whose mothers who consumed enough calcium during the pregnancy, and also result in improved cholesterol values, and also result in a lower risk of colorectal adenomas, which is a type of non-cancerous tumor. All right, so this is why we really need the calcium in our body. All right, so next part we're gonna share how about the health benefits of the calcium. All right, what is the health benefits of the calcium? All right, let's move to our next slide. The health benefits of the calcium. The calcium plays a key role quite a few of your body's functions, and they include the calcium is ability to like help bones and teeth formation, right? Helps maintain body strength and assistant in the movement of muscles, and assist with nerve messaging between the brain and the body, and also help blood flows as vessel relax and constrict, and also release the hormones and enzymes that help the body functions. All right, so this is I think some of them we have mentioned at the previous slides already, right? So we don't talking too much here. It's just a listing on the PowerPoint file. We can see the screen here. All right. So the bone density continues to build during the first 25 to 30 years of life, and it then slowly decreases with age, right? So more calcium is needed during the time of growth, like adolescence. And people need enough calcium in their young to achieve peak levels of bone mass and limit bone loss later on. All right, so this is the health benefits of the calcium. So in addition, calcium supplement in right way can also prevent the following serious disease. All right, for example, the first one, bone density and osteoporosis. So your body needs calcium to build bone and prevent and delay the bone loss. All right, prevent and delay the bone loss. This is especially important for the people most at a risk of bone loss. Also, we call it the bone density loss, right? So including women after menopause and especially for the elderly. Osteoporosis is the bone disorder characterized by porous and fragile bones. It is associated with bone fractures. So many studies sorry guys. So so it is the osteoporosis, right? We just talked. The osteoporosis is a bone disorder characterized by the porous and the fragile bones, right? Fragile bones. It is associated with bone fractures. So many studies have looked at the role of calcium supplements and osteoporosis. Some research studies have shown that the calcium supplements have a protective effects with certain fractures, right? So and others do not, right? So the outcomes vary based on the groups of people studied and their age and how well they maintained their consistent use of calcium supplements. The one thing that is certain is that having adequate levels of calcium and vitamin D in your diet, along with weight-resistant exercise, may reduce the risk of osteoporosis later in life. All right. So this is the first one, bone density and the osteoporosis. So the second one, we can see the screen. The second one is the colon cancer, right? So there's a lot of data to suggest the calcium may help to prevent colon cancer. And it is important to remember these results remain inconclusive, right? So one review, for example, assessed the effects of calcium supplements on the development of colon cancer. It looked specifically at adenomatous polyps, which is the growth that may be precursors to cancer. Researchers also find that calcium supplements may contribute to the moderate level of protection from these polyps. All right. However, the data was not strong enough to support a recommendation for their use in preventing the colon cancer. On the other hand, the one Harvard study looked at the higher calcium dose of 1,250 milligrams per day, and the results suggested a 35% reduction in some colon cancer with the higher doses. So this may mean that the amount of calcium as well as the population that takes it are factors in level of protection calcium can provide for the colon cancer, the colon health. All right. So many other factors beyond calcium contribute to risk of colon cancer. They also include like the genetics, weight, and diet, and also the smoking. All right, the third one is the weight control. All right, this is very interesting, the weight control with the calcium intake, right? So the research results are mixed on how calcium may help with weight control, okay, not lose the weight control. So some studies have shown a link between high calcium intakes and the lower body weight. So yeah, between the high calcium intakes and the lower body weight. Others further show that eating foods rich in low-fat calcium within a diet that limits your total calories may reduce your risk of obesity. It may also increase weight loss in obese people, right? It's very interesting. So if you are looking to lose weight, also for the normal time is the most important thing is you need to make sure you are using more calories than you're taking it, right? Diets should always be well balanced and full of vegetables, fruit, whole grains, and the lean protein, and also the healthy fats. All right. So the first one is the preeclampsia. All right, preeclampsia is a condition that occurs in pregnant women. The symptoms include the high blood pressure, the swelling of hands and feet, protein in the urine. All right, so researchers have looked at the potential benefits of calcium supplements in preventing preeclampsia. By review analysis of 13 clinical trials found that taking 1,000 milligrams per day of calcium begins at about 20 weeks gestation. So this did show a significant reduction in the risk of high blood pressure, preeclampsia, and premature birth. Sorry guys, premature birth. All right, and next one is the high blood pressure. So the verdict on whether calcium reduces blood pressure or the risk of high blood pressure is mixed. Some clinical trials have found a relationship between the calcium intake and hypertension risk. So while others have found no association, and small changes in systolic blood pressure have been noted, but the type of effect may depend on the population being studied. All right, and the next one is which is the last one, is the heart disease. All right, so the research on the calcium and heart disease is complicated. This seems to be no direct link between the calcium you get from your diet and the amount in your arteries, which is a sign of early heart disease. Yet, some research has found a link between the use of calcium supplements and the cardiovascular disease. Theory is that calcium supplements have a greater effect on calcium levels in the blood. So this increases what is called calcification, a marker for the cardiovascular disease. So high calcium levels are linked to increases in blood coagulation, which can cause blood clotting, right? So, and related conditions that raise your risk for cardiovascular disease. So researchers also find that calcium supplements with or without vitamin D moderately increase the risk heart attack. However, once again, you will find mixed results based on the variable of the study. All right. So we have already knows a lot of information about the calcium, and we know why the calcium is so important for our human body. We understand what is the calcium. So, but you know that actually our body don't produce calcium. So we have to get it through other sources. All right. So how can we get enough calcium in the food way? All right. So we can see all these foods which is rich in the calcium. We're gonna talk in each of them. All right. So the first one is the leafy greens. Okay. Leafy greens, we just review them quickly, which is leafy greens, fruits, the seafood, the dairy, the fortified food, the greens, nuts and seeds, legumes, frozen foods, pudding, and molasses. All right. So there's 9 kinds of foods here. So let's talk in each of them and can see what kind of leafy greens. For the first one is the leafy greens. Okay, there are many calcium-rich vegetables that you can include in your daily diet. the turnip greens, the kale, bok choy, mustard greens, beet greens, or cabbage are all very nutrient leafy greens. All right. So these kind of greens are versatile, okay, and can be added to hot meals like the soup, like the casserole, and also the stir fry. All right. Darker leafy greens can act as a base for Greek salads, like the romaine hearts, arugula, like also the butter lettuce and musclun, watercress, and red leaf letters. Red leaf letters are common. All right, and tasty greens that will give you a boost of calcium. And note that the iceberg lettuce is a leafy green, but it does not offers much nutritional value. All right, so the iceberg lettuce, we need to know this. Okay, so in addition to leafy greens, other calcium-rich foods you can find in the produce aisle, which is included the broccoli, like the acorn, squash, and chicory, and the corn. All right. So if you make a meal without much produce in it, add a side of fresh or cooked vegetables. If you're looking for a healthy snacks, make a small veggie platter with a yogurt-based dip. Okay, the vegetables and put it in small pieces, and the yogurt-based dip it. All right. So this is for the leafy greens. The second one is the fruits. A few fruits offer significant calcium content. The list is short but tasty, all right? Like the dried figs, oranges, papaya, and kiwi will all help you to increase your calcium intake, okay? So consider making a smoothie with milk or yogurt, or juicing some of these fruits for a healthy breakfast or snack. If you have leftovers, you can freeze them to make popsicles. All right. So the third one is the seafood. The canned fish might not be a part of your current diet, but seafood like sardines, salmon, mackerel, and shrimp can all give you a calcium boost, especially if the bones are included. I mean, the bones not for the human, the bones for the shrimp, for the seafoods. All right. So especially if the bones are included. All right. So the seafood bones are soft and tasty and not the sharp, right? So hard to digest the bones you might be thinking of. All right. So try adding canned fish with the fish bones, if possible, to your next salad or your sandwiches. All right. So the fourth is dairy. The dairy produce the products are a common source of calcium. So they typically offer high levels in an easily absorbable form, like milk. To increase your calcium intake with dairy, eat more cheese and milk, yogurt, so Greek yogurt and vanilla frozen yogurt or vanilla ice cream. All right, this is all works for it. So for more dairy in your diet, try adding milk or other dairy products to foods or recipes that call for other liquids. For example, you can put milk instead of water in your oatmeal. You can make dressing and dips with a yogurt base, just we said, right? So you can add milk or yogurt to whole wheat pancake with or waffle recipe. All right. So this for dairy, and next kind of food is fortified food. The food that's been strengthened by extra nutrients or by nutrients that are not naturally present. This one is called the fortified food. So common fortified food that has extra calcium includes almond, rice, or soybean milk. All right. Also fruit juices, tofu, frozen waffles, oatmeal, English muffin, and cereal. So always check the label to make sure your food has been fortified with the calcium you are looking for. A lot of breakfast options are made with fortified food. Starting your day with toast cereal with almond milk or waffles with a side of juice put you on the right track to increase your calcium intake. All right. So the next one is the greens. The greens. All right. So many whole grains are high in calcium, like the wheat bread, brown rice, and the coin tortillas, all right, and coin tortillas can all provide a filling base for meals. Quesadilla, a quesadilla with cheddar cheese, rice, and vegetable stir fry, or canned salmon sandwich are all made up of calcium-rich foods. All right. So the next kind of food is the legumes. So common legumes that offer plenty of calcium include the soybeans, baked beans, black-eyed beans, and a lot of kinds of beans. Legumes are important in vegan or vegetarian diet because they offer a lot of protein in addition to calcium. And the beans can be added to stew, chews, soups, or even as the main protein in a meal. All right. So you can even eat a side of edamame, okay? A side of edamame next time you are looking for a nutrient snack. All right. So the next kind is the nuts and seeds. Nuts are also a great source of protein and calcium. All right. To add more calcium to your diet, eat more almonds, sesame seeds, and the sunflower seeds. So nuts and seeds makes great snacks, and they can be added to many meals too. Trying to adding them to your next the oatmeal or plate of salad. All right. So you can try the salad with the nuts. I tried before. It's very tasty. Yeah. Also with some other kinds of the special sauce, right? It's very good taste. So the next kind is the frozen foods, pudding or molasses. So many of the foods already listed can be combined to make great calcium-rich meals. The frozen mac and cheese and frozen cheese pizza both offer a lot of calcium. Although these kind of calcium sources often have high amounts of calories, fat, and cholesterol, right? So look for ways that increase the calcium intake without adding unhealthy amounts of fat too. All right, using the healthy fat. Okay, so in addition to take calcium from the foods, the calcium supplements are also a very good choice. All right, so the calcium supplements needs to be balanced, neither too much nor too little. So calcium supplements products can make calcium intake more efficient and make calcium supplementation more accurate. All right. So because use the calcium supplementation products, you can know how much calcium you get intake for your daily life per day, right? So Greenworld has a many calcium supplement products. So we will not talking too much about them for today's topics because next week Rainy will have a very detailed introductions about the Greenworld calcium products, and also include we will have a new products for the calcium supplementation. I'm very looking forward to it. All right. So let's come back to our topic. According to the ODS, around 43% of all adults in the United States take calcium supplements, and including 70% of the older females. And taking supplements can increase daily calcium intake by about 300 milligrams of calcium a day on average. All right. Many calcium supplements also, sorry guys. So many calcium supplements also contain vitamin D. Vitamin D encourage the synthesis of protein in body and helps the body absorb calcium. Magnesium also plays a role to strengthening bones. All right. So when your calcium intake is insufficient, your body will remove calcium from your bones and making them weak and brittle. Since women are at a higher risk of osteoporosis, many doctors recommend that they can take some calcium supplements, especially after reaching menopause. So because of this, older women are much more likely to take calcium supplements. So if you do not get the recommended amount through your diet, supplements can help fill the gap. All right. So the following groups of people especially need the calcium supplement products. So like the people with, for example, the people follow a vegan diet, the people have a high protein or high sodium diet, which may cause your body to excrete more calcium. And also the people have a health conditions that limits your body's ability to absorb calcium, such as the Crohn's disease or inflammatory bowel disease. All right. And also for the people who are being treated with corticosteroids over a long period of time. All right. The corticosteroids over a long period of time. And also the people who has osteoporosis, right? So so a long-term calcium deficiency can lead to dental changes, cataracts, alterations in the brain, and osteoporosis. All right. So which causes the bones to become brittle. Calcium is essential for many bodily functions. So deficiency can also have widespread effects, including on the muscle, the bones, the bones, and the teeth, as well as on the mental health. So if a low dietary intake is responsible for the density, there are usually no early symptoms. All right. In the longer term, a person may experience osteopenia, or low bone density. Okay. So without treatment, this can lead to osteoporosis or brittle bones. However, the diet is not usually responsible. A calcium deficiency primarily results from health problems or treatments, such as kidney failure, the removal of stomach, or the use of certain medications, such as the diuretic. All right. So the following sections will look at the symptoms of a calcium deficiency in more details. All right. So we can see these all the calcium deficiency problems, like the muscle problems, the extreme fatigue, nail and skin symptoms, osteopenia and osteoporosis, and also serve PMS, and also dental problems and depression. Let's talking the details about each of them. All right. The first one, muscle problems. A person with a calcium deficiency may experience the muscle aches, cramps, or spasms. All right. Also may experience pain in thighs and arms when walking and moving. All right. So also experience the numbness and tingling in the hands arms and feet, and also legs, as well as around the mouth. So these symptoms may come and go, but they do not tend to disappear with activity. All right. So more extreme sensations may indicate a more severe deficiency, which can also lead to the convulsions or the arrhythmias, and especially, and also even to death. All right. So the second one is extreme fatigue. So low levels of calcium can cause extreme fatigue, which involves a lack of energy and an overall feeling of sluggishness. It can also lead to insomnia. All right. So fatigue associated with a calcium deficiency can also involve the headedness, involve the lightheadedness and dizziness and brain fog, which is characterized by a lack of focus, the forgetfulness, and confusions. All right. So the third one is the nail and skin symptoms. A lasting calcium deficiency can cause the dry skin, the dry, broken, or brittle nails, and also coarse hair, and also the alopecia, which causes hair to fall out in patches, and also as eczema or skin inflammatory that can lead to itchy or dry patches. The last one also cause the psoriasis. All right. The fourth one is the osteopenia and osteoporosis. We talked a lot of information on the previous page already, right? So the bones store calcium well. The bones store the calcium well, but they require high levels to stay strong. All right. So while overall levels of calcium are low and the body are divert some from the bones and making them brittle and prone to injury. So over time, having too little calcium can cause osteopenia, right? A reduction of mineral density in the bones. And this can lead to osteoporosis, which causes the bones to thin and become vulnerable to fractures. As well as the pain and problems with posture. All right. So I'm sorry, guys. So let's just mute this one. Okay. So let's repeat this one. Okay. So this can lead to osteoporosis. All right. So, and which causes the bones to thin and become vulnerable to fractures, as well as pain and problem with posture. All right. So it can take a few years for osteoporosis and other complications of calcium deficiency to develop it. All right. So the next one is the SERV PMS. So low calcium levels have been linked to severe premature syndrome. Okay, which premature syndrome. This is called the PMS. All right, severe PMS. So participants in one 2017 study reported the improved mood and reduced the risk of fluid retention after taking 500 milligrams of calcium daily for 2 months. All right. So in 2019, researchers concluded that low levels of vitamin D and calcium during the second half of the menstrual cycle might contribute to symptoms of PMS. And then the team proposed that the supplements may help relieve the symptoms. All right. So the next one is the dental problems. All right. So when the body lacks calcium, it pulls it in the sources such as teeth, and this can lead to dental problems, which include the tooth decay, brittle teeth, irritated gums, right? And also weak tooth roots. Also, a calcium deficiency is in an infant can impair tooth development. All right. So the next one is depression, which is the last one, depression. So some evidence suggests that calcium deficiency may be linked with mood disorders, including the depression. And though confirming this will require further research. All right. So this is calcium deficiency problems maybe happen in our daily life if we have this calcium deficiency problem. All right. So next is when we're talking about the calcium supplementation, the vitamin D is often motioned as if they are the same thing, right? So what is the relationship between the calcium and vitamin D? The children should drink plenty of milk because it helps their bones growth. And we have heard this from when we were children, and it has been passed down for generations, right? So, but did you know that the calcium is very important for your nerves and the muscular system? So your blood needs a regular infusion of calcium too. And bones store the calcium that the body needs and provide it whenever the blood in calcium is low. All right. But how does the body know when to convert the calcium and send it to the blood? This is where the vitamin D comes in. So when the calcium in the blood becomes too low, the parathyroid gland that is near your neck starts to producing PTH or parathyroid hormone. This converts the calcium from your bones and introduces the serum calcium into the blood. All right. So raising it to adequate level. At the same time, the kidney is signaled to increase the amount of chemical of the body makes from the vitamin D. All right. So these elements help the guts absorb the calcium till the level is balanced. So this interaction between the calcium and vitamin D is happening constantly in your body. All right. So this is why it is important to have sufficient levels of vitamin D in your body, because only then the body will be able to metabolism and regulate calcium in the body. All right. So the best way to get vitamin D exposure is exposure to the sun. But these days, they does not seem to be sufficient, and it is advisable to check your levels and take the supplements products if necessary. All right. So this is the relationships between the calcium and vitamin D. So we just talked about the calcium metabolism when we're talking about the vitamin D. Remember, right? We just talking about on the previous slides, which is about calcium metabolism. We mentioned this part. So which means that when we supplement the calcium metabolism will also happen in the body. All right. So because the accumulation of too much calcium in the body is also unhealthy, which brings us to another topic, which is the calcium balance. All right. The calcium balance refers to the state of the body stores of calcium at equilibrium over some extended time period. All right, usually days, weeks, or months. So it results from the net effects of intestinal absorption and intestinal and sweat gland excretion on the bone calcium, and also the dominant calcium pore. All right. So bone balance changes throughout the normal lifespan, depending on the relative rates of bone formation and resorption. The children are in positive bone balance, which means formation is more than resorption, which ensures healthy skeleton growth. All right. Healthy young adults are in the neutral bone balance, which means the formation equals the resorption. All right. The formation equals the absorption. All right. And have achieved peak bone mass. The elderly individuals are typically in negative bone balance, which means the formation is less than resorption. All right. So which leads to age-related bone loss. All right. The factors that promote positive bone balance in adult include exercise, anabolic and anti-resorptive drugs, and conditions that promote bone formation over bone resorption. All right. So, for example, the hungry bone serum, osteoblastic prostate cancer. All right. So on the other hand, immobilization, weightlessness, and sex steroid deficiency, among others, produce negative bone balance. All right. So these kind of items, they will produce the negative bone balance. All right. So we understand the calcium balance. So we just share a table, all right? So we can see the table on the PowerPoint screen here. It's about how much the calcium intake in human body. Okay, it have all the details about the ages and also so for different ages and different genders. All right, so if you got time, you can check this one. So we will just shows, we can see the very focus on the RDA parts in this line. So the RDA line, which is the RDA line, which which means it's recommended dietary allowance. All right. So, and also the UR, the last line, okay, which is the tolerable upper intake levels. Okay, so this is what we need for our daily life and what is the maximum amount of calcium we should intake. Okay, so the maximum calcium we're gonna intake. All right, so we don't put too much time on this part. Okay, so if you got time, you can check this with the ages. See, it's introduced about the infants. Now, how old is the infants? Children, how old is the children? Males, females. All right, it's all the details is here. Okay, so you got time, you can follow up these tables to get your calcium intake. Okay, so so what happens if you have calcium overdose? The calcium should be supplemented in moderation. All right. Because we're talking about the balance, right? Why we need the calcium balance, all right? So this is calcium should be supplemented in moderation, and we already know the harm of calcium deficiency. But so what happens if the calcium overdose? Okay, what happens if the body accumulates too much calcium? The calcium overdose can impair the functioning of the kidneys, increasing the pH of blood, okay, and can cause nausea or vomiting, confusions or changes in thinking or mentation, also itching, and in extreme cases, irregular heartbeat. All right, the symptoms of a calcium overdose include, we can see the screen, include the abdominal pain, the bone pain, the coma, confusion, constipation, depression, diarrhea, and also the headache, inability, irregular heartbeat, loss of appetite, muscle twitching, nausea and or vomiting, and also the thirsty, and also the weakness. I mean, thirsty is here, you will feel thirsty all the time. Okay, drinking water, and then you will feel thirsty quickly. All right, so this is all the symptoms that the calcium overdose. So from this, we can know if we doing the calcium intake supplementation. So we need to check. We need to check how much calciums we get intake for this day. Okay, if you're doing too much, it's not good for our health. But if you get too little, you will get the calcium deficiency. So follow up the table we just shows everyone. All right. And also I want to mention that the calcium supplementation products, you will see how much the the calciums you intake from the supplement products. But it's hard for you to get it if you take the food from to rich in calcium food, right? So you need to be very careful about this one. Okay, so make sure and try the best to make the calcium in balance for your daily intakes. All right, so this is everything about our first topic, which is about the calcium, the importance of calcium supplementation. All right, and next we're gonna move to our interesting part, the interesting topic. We're gonna talking about the relationships between the calcium intake and the kidney functions. Let's see what is happening. All right, so before we start, I'm gonna share my voice of the computer because I gotta play a video. All right.
Kidney tonification. Before calcium supplementation. Kidney tonification before calcium supplementation. Knowing the importance of calcium, you're ready to choose one supplement. Wait a minute. Before supplementing calcium, we need to care for our kidneys first. About half of calcium in our blood is freely filtered in the kidney, and 99% of the filtered calcium is literally reabsorbed along renal tubules of the kidney. Besides, healthy kidneys help us turn vitamin D into an active hormone, calcitriol, which helps increase calcium absorption from the intestines into the blood. Meanwhile, the kidneys play a key role in the fine regulation of calcium excretion and keeping calcium homeostasis. While a malfunctioning kidney can hardly do this well, and the extra calcium you take can make things worse. That's why you should tonify your kidney before supplementing calcium.
All right. So close this one. So all right, guys, welcome back. So in this part, we're gonna share the information about the calcium supplementation, the kidney first. All right, so we can see from the topic, it will have a very closely relationship about the calcium supplement and kidney functions. All right, so what are they? Let's see. This is what we're gonna talk in this topic here. All right. Yeah, we will have a video shared. All right, don't worry. So also about the PowerPoint file shared. Okay, in all these files we're gonna share it. So if you want to know what to make up for your bones, you must first understand what is missing. All right. So from the perspective of Western medicine, osteoporosis is caused by the loss of calcium. So bone supplementation is mainly vitamin D. Others are vitamin C, estrogen, and more. These informations we have shared in the last topic, right? So which are supplement calcium and promote calcium absorption. But in traditional Chinese medicine, the situation is much more complicated. Okay, the bone health is often closely related to the health of various organs, especially the kidney. Okay, so the first of all, we just share some information about the basic information about the kidney. All right, so the kidney are two reddish brown bean-shaped organs, and they are located on the left and right in retroperitoneal space. Okay, and in adult humans are about 12 centimeters in lungs. All right, and they receive blood from the pair's renal arteries. Blood exists into the pair of renal veins, and each kidney is attached to a ureter, which is a tube that carries excreted urine to the bladder. Okay. So the kidney participates in the control of volume of various body fluids. The fluid osmolality and acid-base balance and various electrolyte concentrations and removal of toxins. Okay, filtration occurs in glomerulus, manulus. All right, 1/5 of the blood volume that enters the kidneys is filtered. Examples of substances: reabsorption of solute-free water, sodium, bicarbonate, glucose, and amino acids. Examples of substances secreted are hydrogen, ammonium, potassium, and uric acid. Okay, the nephron is the structural and functional unit of the kidney. Okay, nephron. Each adult human kidney contains around 1 million nephrons, while a mouse kidney contains only about 1,250 nephrons. And the kidneys also carry out functions independent of nephrons. All right, so let's do a summarize of the main functions of the kidney. We can see the PowerPoint screen here. The first one, remove the waste products from the body, remove the drugs from the body, balance the body's fluids, and also release the hormones that regulate blood pressure, produce an active form of vitamin D that promotes strong and healthy bones, and also control the productions of red blood cells. All right, so, so in traditional Chinese medicine, the kidney functions, they will have a different understanding. All right, so in traditional Chinese medicine, there is a saying that goes, the waist is the house of the kidney. And due to its anatomical location, the kidney stores a substance called the jing, or is also called essence in English. All right, and which can transform into qi and blood. It is also the source of primordial yin and yang. Primordial yin and yang. Hence, the kidney is viewed as an essential organ for the production of fundamental substances required for the life activity. All right. So in modern science, the kidneys may be playing the role of maintaining the composition of blood by removing the waste and excess water. However, the kidney system in the traditional Chinese medicine has a broader range of functions. A person's growth, maturation, and reproduction is also believed to be governed by the kidneys. All right, so the essence stored in kidney is bestowed to each individual from their parents at conception. Hence, the traditional Chinese medicine regards the kidney as the congenital constitution and origin of life. Okay, so the kidney essence is critical for growth and development, and normal aging process will see both vitality and essence decrease. So after birth, kidney essence increases gradually and becomes abundant as the body develops. During the early years, the individual undergoes physical changes marked by permanent teeth, okay, hair, and the height growth. During adolescence, kidney enzymes peaks to drive the maturation of organs and form the basis of our ability to reproduce. All right. So energy levels are at its highest and bones are strong during the middle age. However, it goes downhill thereafter. All right. Kidney enzymes depletes and the functions of the organs decline with advancement in age. All right, showing worrying signs of senescence such as deafness, hunchback, hair, and teeth loss. Imbalances in kidney enzymes, qi, yin, or yang, can affect the growth and the development of human. So resulting in development disorders, congenital mental retardation, soft and weak bones in children, and premature aging in adults. Okay, so bone health is also closely associated to the functions of kidney essence. The essence is able to transform into bone marrow, which is responsible for nourishing bone structures to support their growth and repair processes. All right, so a deficiency in kidney essence can lead to brittle bones and stunted growth in children, as well as osteoporosis in the elderly. All right, so bone health is also closely associated to the function of kidney essence. The essence is able to transform into bone marrow, which is responsible for nourishing the bone structures, right? So the kidney is the most fundamental organ system of your body, okay? The fundamental organ system of your body, which holds the genetic blueprint of your inherent body constitution and how healthy you will be. So whether yin and yang deficiency, it is essential to trace back to the kidneys reserves and address the issue immediately. Okay, so seeking the right balance between work and rest can ensure the kidneys get enough time for recuperation. All right, so traditional Chinese medicine believes that the strength of bones is closely related to the kidney, and the core of calcium supplementation is in the kidney. All right, so the calcium absorption and kidneys. Okay, in traditional Chinese medicine, the kidney is considered the most important organ in the body. The physiologically, as we all know, it is the key organ involved in purifying the blood and eliminates toxins from the body by means of urination. It is also, as is often forgotten, the rejuvenating, recycling source of the body. So every 4 minutes, the total volume of blood in one's body passes through and it's filtered by the kidney. This process not only clears away toxins, but also helps recycle nutrients carried in blood. All right, so such as sugar, vitamins, and minerals, and more. So pathologically, many chronic illnesses are caused by the failure of such recycling processes of the kidneys. So in Chinese medicine, this is diagnosed as kidney deficiency. Okay, osteoporosis. Okay, so osteoporosis, which is the main symptoms of the calcium deficiency, we said, right? We mentioned a lot of times in the previous pages, which is a common problem amongst the elderly. As it's widely known, the problem here lies in the decalcification of the bone and the lack of calcium. Western medicines addresses the problem by increasing the patient's daily dose of the calcium. All right, and they are advised to drink more milk and take more supplementary calcium tablets, but the results are often not good. All right, there are cases where a patient is already taking 5 or 10 times more than the recommended daily allowance of the calcium, but continues to display symptoms of calcium deficiency. All right, so the patient's body continues to dissolve its own bones, which is the process of the decalcification, to increase the level of calcium in the blood, and in order to maintain calcium levels for certain vital organs of the body to function normally. For example, the beating of the heart, all right, resulting in the deterioration of the osteoporosis. So why? Why does the taking more calcium not help solve the problems of the osteoporosis? This is because the treatment prescribed by Western medicine focuses on the superficial cause of the calcium deficiency. It does not deal with why the body lacks the calcium in the first place. All right, the cause and the root of the problem is the kidney's inability to retain calcium, resulting in its leaking away. This is important. All right, so the kidneys of the elderly people are normally weak and through nature wear and tear or misuse, the result of the drinking too much coffee or alcohol, for example. All right, so these weak kidneys are constantly. So this is these weak kidneys are constantly leaking any nutrients such as calcium ingested. All right, so you can never replace the leakage fast enough. So this is not the mentioned the slow absorption rate of the digestive symptoms of the elderly, which worsen the condition. All right, so it is often described such the condition with the help of an analogy. It's no use trying this apparently to run a car on a leaking tank. It doesn't matter how much petrol you put in it. For the leakage insurance, that there will never be enough for the car to run normally. Therefore, we must focus on the root of the problem. Okay, we can only treat such decalcification by treating the leaking of calcium by the kidneys. With thanks for the thousands of years of the experience, the Chinese medicine has developed the concept of strengthening kidneys. By consulting an experienced Chinese doctor, the particular kind of kidney deficiency can be determined, right? And a few herbal pills prescribed to strengthen the kidney against that particular kind of deficiency, and the kidney leakage stopped, all right? And the osteoporosis can be halted and even reversed and healed, all right? And healed, sorry, and also healed. So the role of the kidney in the calcium homeostasis. Okay, the role of the kidney in calcium homeostasis has been reshaped from the classic view in which the kidney was regulated by systemic carcinotropic hormones such as vitamin D3 or parathyroid, okay, parathyroid hormone, to an organ actively taking part in regulation of calcium handling. So with the identification of the intrinsic to an organ actively, intrinsic renal calcium sensing receptor feedback system. All right, so the regulation of paracellular calcium transport involving claudins and new paracrine regulators such as clausel, and the kidney has shown as a crucial moderator. The modulator not only of the calcinuria, but also the calcium for homeostasis. All right. So this review summarized recent molecular and endocrine contributors to renal calcium handling and highlights the tight link between calcium and the sodium reabsorption in the kidney. All right. Sorry, guys. So the kidneys are major regulators of calcium homeostasis. This is illustrated by the profound and complex dysregulation of mineral metabolism appearing during chronic kidney disease recognized as mineral and bone disorders in chronic kidney disease. All right. So from these knowledge points, we can see that having good renal function renal function means the kidney function, right? So having a good renal function can not only greatly improve the efficiency of calcium absorption, but also play a good role in calcium balance and prevent disease such as hypercalciuria. All right. So what is the most common kidney functions problems in kidney deficiency? In Chinese traditional medicine, the kidney essence deficiency usually involves deficiency of the kidney yin and to some extent and kidney yang. Its signs manifest in relations to growth, development, reproduction, sexuality, bones, marrow, the brain, teeth, memory, and hair. All right. So poor hereditary constitution in children, aging excessive sexual activity, and kidney yin or yang deficiency over a prolonged time may lead to the decreasing of kidney essence. All right. In children, this pattern is almost always caused by hereditary weakness. It can be due to the parents. It can due to the parents being too old or in poor health at the time of conception. All right. So the typical manifestation is poor bone development and the late closure of fontanelle. Okay. It is because of the essence is essential in generating marrow and nourished bones. For the same reason, this pattern can lead to bones softening as well as the knees and the legs weakness for adults. All right. So the deficient kidney essence fails to fill the brain with marrow. Hence the symptoms of retardation for kids as well as poor memory and decreased mental sharpness for adults. Okay, the essence is also responsible for the hair growth. Therefore, the lacking of essence gives the rise to hair loss and premature graying of hair. Finally, the kidney essence is essential elements in the term of health sexual function. Okay, so this pattern causes all kinds of sexual inability for both women and men, as well as the infertility and sterility. All right. So for the symptoms, for the symptoms of the kidney deficiency, all right, the symptoms means the symptoms of the kidney deficiency. So age and time are by no means the cause of our aging. All right. For example, we often see that some people in their 50s are younger, more energy, and in good health than those in their 40s. Why is like that? An important reason for the people's aging is the kidney deficiency. The kidney deficiency is an important cause of aging. So academician of the Chinese Academy of Science and Professor Shen Ziying team, okay, from the Institute of Integrated Traditional Chinese and Western Medicines School at Shanghai Huashan Hospital, found that the kidney deficiency is the cause of the human aging. In Chinese medicine, the kidney is called the congenital foundation, and the kidney in Chinese medicine covers the body's regulation system, such as nerve, endocrine, and immunity of modern medicines are closely related to the aging. So, and kidney deficiency is usually a sub-health signal. All right. So, so what are the symptoms of the kidney deficiency? Number one, we can see it, also check the screen, which is the backache and leg pain, also frequent urination or urgency. Okay, so yellow emperor's internal classic, which is contents about the waist is the home of the kidneys. Unable to turn, the kidneys will be exhaust, explant the characteristics of the kidney deficiency and low back pain. All right. So one of the most obvious symptoms of the kidney deficiency is the backache and leg pain. All right. Number two is the chills with cold limbs. So chills refers to feeling of being afraid of cold and wind. And cold limbs refer to the symptoms of cold limbs, hands and feet, even cold to the elbows and knees. All right, this will be a very severe cases of the kidney deficiency. Okay, so chill with cold limbs is often accompanied by the kidney deficiency symptoms, such as sore waist and knees, fatigue, lying down, lack of qi, and lazy speech, and also light mouth but not thirst. All right, the third one is the dizziness, weakness, insomnia, and dreaminess. All right, so the kidney is an important organ in our human body. When the kidney deficiency occurs, dizziness, weakness, insomnia, and dreaminess may occur. As one of the important organs of the human body, the kidney nourishes other organs. If other organs remain unhealed for a long time, it is easy to damage the kidneys. And many chronic diseases, such as chronic hepatitis, coronary heart disease, also brachial asthma, and hypertension, and other patients are often accompanied by symptoms of kidney deficiency. All right. So the fourth one is asthma. Kidney deficiency cannot absorb the qi, and it will cause shortness of breath, excessive exhalation, and less inhalation, which makes it difficult for you to breathe freely. Okay, in severe cases, symptoms such as asthma and cold sweats may occur. Okay, may happen. So the next one, the fifth one is polyuria at night. Generally, the frequency of nocturia is more than 2 times. Okay, or the urine volume is more than quarter of the whole day. In severe cases, nocturia occurs once an hour. Okay, and the urine volume is close to the daytime urine volume, such as such situation is classified as the nocturnal polyuria. Okay, urine is normal during the day, except for more urine at night, mostly caused by weak kidney qi. All right, the sixth one is the male importance. The sixth, more importance and premature ejaculation. Okay, Chinese medicine believes that the kidney contains essence, right? We just said the essence of the Kidney produces kidney yin and kidney yang, which nourish and warm the internal organs. Kidney yin and yang are interdependent and restrict each other in human body. Okay, so maintaining the body's physiological balance, and also maintaining the body's physiological balance. If this balance is disrupted or one party declines, the disease will occur, and men will develop symptoms such as impotence, premature ejaculation, slippery semen, and semen disease. All right. The last one is the dizziness and tinnitus. All right. So many people have experienced the dizziness, the taste of dizziness, and also spinning, nausea, and vomiting is uncomfortable, right? So, and the dizziness patients are often accompanied by tinnitus, which hinders hearing and may even cause deafness for a long time. All right. The cause of dizziness and tinnitus is mostly related to the liver and the kidney. All right. So this is the symptoms. So how about the causes? The causes. All right. Causes of the kidney deficiency. So what is the causes of the kidney deficiency? When a man's kidney are not good, and he will have more nocturia, dizziness, and back pain. So why do some men have symptoms of the kidney deficiency? This is mainly related in his daily vices. Okay, first, simply judge whether you have kidney deficiency. People with good kidney functions have a good spirits, brisk steps, and good sleep, and an excellent sense of hearing and vision. On the contrary, people with poor kidney functions, frequent urination at night, often dizzy and weakness in the waist and leg, and dark circles under the eyes, and also easy to lose hair. All right. In addition to judge the quality of your kidney functions, you should also pay attention to the daily urine volume. All right. So generally, the daily urine volume is a normal person should be about 10,000 to 20,000 milliliters. Okay, which is equivalent to 2 to 4 mineral water bottles. More than 25 milliliters or less than 800 milliliters, the milliliters may be a problem with the kidneys. In order to prevent premature aging, young people, especially the modern white-collar workers, should strengthen physical exercise, okay, and timely nourish the syndrome to improve kidney and aging conditions. For people who are not extremely weak, the kidney tonifying methods should be mentally peaceful, and it should be done under the guidance of a doctor according to the different reasons. All right. So what are the causes of the deficiency? We can check the PowerPoint screen here. The first one is a genetic factor of the kidney deficiency, which in the traditional Chinese medicine calls it kidney deficiency because of the insufficient congenital endowment, which is the poor physical foundation given by parents, right? The second one is the deficiency due to illness of the kidney deficiency. Some disease can damage the kidney energy of the human body and cause kidney deficiency, all right? The third one is the physiological factors of the kidney deficiency. As men and women grow older, men and women have passed the most prosperous period in their lives, and their health begins to go downhill, and they will face physiological kidney deficiency. All right. So the first one is the unhealthy lifestyles. Okay, we're talking this part, more details about the fourth parts. So what kinds of unhealthy lifestyle? Okay, it will include, like the first one, often hold back urine. So urine in bladder for a long time will multiply bacteria, and the bacteria will retrograde through the ureter to the kidney and causing urinary tract infection and also the pyelonephritis. Okay, so once repeated, it can lead to chronic infection, which is not easy to cure. So whatever for men and women, don't always hold back your urine. All right. So the second one is eat a seafood with drink beer. All right. So eating a large amount of high protein diet, such as a large fish and meat, will produce excessive metabolic wastes, such as uric acid and urea nitrogen. All right, which will increase the burden of renal excretion. Heavy drinking can easily lead to hyperuricemia. These habits can also cause metabolic disease, such as the hyperlipidemia and kidney disease. All right, many people like to drink beer while eating the seafood, which was once called the most kidney injuring way to eat. All right, so this is very bad habit. All right, so the third one is the taking drugs. Okay, sorry guys. So taking drugs indiscriminately or taking too much medications. Long-term use nephrotoxic drugs can easily lead to big damage. These drugs include Chinese herbal medicines containing aristolochic acid, as well as non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, antibiotics, and more, such as painkillers, paracetamols, and more, which are easily to cause kidney damage. All right, and last one is the staying up late, eating salty food, and not drinking water. Okay, so long-term staying up late, high work pressure, and love to drink strong tea or coffee can easily lead to kidney functions problem. All right, the salty eating habits will lead to high blood pressure, and the kidney blood cannot maintain normally flow, right? Which induces kidney disease. All right. So if you do not drink water for a long time, the urine output will decrease, and the concentration of wastes and the toxins carried in the urine will increase, which is easy to cause kidney stones and also the hydronephrosis and more disease. All right. So for the treatment, okay, for the treatment, I think most men and women very interested in this part. How can we strengthen our kidney functions? All right. So actually, traditional Chinese medicine have a lot of ways to help to do the strengthening our kidney functions. All right. So there are many types of kidney deficiency, and the patients must take different treatment methods for the different situations. So we must pay attention to this disease and insist on treatment. Otherwise, once the conditions worsens, may lead to chronic kidney disease. All right, like the first one, a good Chinese herbal medicines for nourishing the kidney is the cystanche. Okay, the cystanche. Chinese, the pharmacopoeia records cystanche nourishing the kidney, nourishes the enzymes and blood, nourishes the intestines and the lexes, and is used to treat impotence, also infertility, weak waist and knees, weak muscles and bones, also the dry intestines and constipations. All right. So Northern Chinese herbal medicine says the cystanche, sweet and salty, warm in nature and non-toxic, and warming young and nourishing the kidney, and suitable for both men and women. All right. So among the kidneys tonifying prescription, All right, guys, so I think we got some problems with the share screen here. All right, so let's just keep going for this. So Northern Chinese medicine herbal says the cistanche sweet and salty taste and have like, all right, we come back here. Warm in the nature and non-toxic and warning young and nourishing the kidney and suitable for both men and women, right? So among the kidney tonifying prescription of past dynasties, cistanche has the highest frequency of use, and the commonly used in the clinical dose is about 15 to 20 grams, and a large amount can be used to 30 grams, and a large amount of use can be achieved good results. All right. So this is the first treatment, which will be the Chinese herbal medicine, is the cistanche. Sorry. Second one is to tonify the kidney and eat more fructose lychee. So Lycium barbarum significantly relieves the symptoms of liver and kidney deficiency. Okay, we're gonna move it quickly because I think we don't have too much time. We still have some more information we need to share to everyone. Okay, dizziness and the soreness in the waist and knees. So modern medicines proves the fractious lychee has certain kidney tonifying and anti-aging effects. Right, and the third one is invigorate the kidney and eat chestnuts. Okay, so whether eat raw or cooked chestnuts can play a role in invigorating the kidney. Generally takes 5 to 6 capsules a day to benefit the spleen and kidney. Okay, clinically, doctors often recommend this method to people with low back pain. All right, for slender people, your body thinness is mainly caused by low calorie intake and less sleep time and excess exercise. Okay, therefore attention should be paid to appropriately increase sleep time and reducing exercise when supplementing. Okay, in the diet, pay attention to choosing the high energy, high protein foods. Okay, this is for the slender people, skinny people, all right, such as the wheat, barley, and other staple foods, and eat more mutton and beef when supplementing. All right. So for obese people have the kidney deficiency, and there are more middle-aged men. Okay, so they are fat, usually abdominal obesity, often have indigestion symptoms such as abdominal distension and belching, the thin stones and poor spirit, and most of them have fatty liver. So such patients should focus on strengthening the spleen and stomach. Okay, usually eat more vegetables and control the food intake. Drinking less alcohol and be more active. All right. So tonic should pay attention to eating less salt to expel excess water from the body. Eat more nutritious and low-fat foods such as ginseng, sea cucumber, shrimp, and animal offal. And when using the fish, shrimp, and ginseng tonic with light diuretic food such as red bean soup and the winter melon soup, and the tonic effects is better. All right. So after a world, patients with kidney deficiency must pay attention to developing good habits of living and resting. Okay, less spicy, cannot stay up late because the rest and toxification time is of many organs only at night. It is very unhealthy to sleep during the day without sleeping at night. All right, so in addition, daily self-message of the waste is also very helpful for the treatment for the kidney deficiency. All right, so in addition to the above supplementary methods, the following 2 products of Greenworld are highly effective in invigorating kidneys for men and women, respectively. All right, so the first product is the kidney tonifying capsule for men. Its main ingredients, it shows on the screen, it includes rhizoma, the sorry, and fractures lysis, just said, okay, and more here, okay? So I just focus on the benefits. It restores and enhances the detoxification and other functions of the kidney. Its health benefits include like the improves kidney fatigue, which demonstrates in leg and lumbar pain, insomnia and forgetfulness, listlessness, lowered libido or sexual dysfunction. The second one is invigorates kidney functions. Third one is improved importance in men. Okay, for recommend that's used for men who is in the middle age or elderly, for the men with leg or lumbar pain or lowered libido. Okay, and you can take 4 capsules each time and 1 to 3 times a day. All right. So the second product is for the kidney tonifying capsules for women. Its main ingredients include the fructose ligustri lucidi extract and also radix jadaxy synesis extract and more. All right. So it strengthens the kidney and boosts immunity. The health benefits is invigorates kidney functions and also prevents and alleviates certain female chronic infections such as cystitis and urethritis, and also improves the infertility and of women, and it is also regulates the ovaries functioning or balance the female hormones. All right. So the recommend thus will be for women. Recommend thus for women with irregular menstruation, for women with compromised intercourse, and also for peri or postmenopausal women, and also for women with pain in legs and waist or fatigue. Okay, it's the same thing, 4 capsules each time and 1 to 3 times a day. All right, so this is the 2 very helpful products of the 2 Greenworld products, the kidney tonifying capsules for men and women. Okay, so we need to be very careful about the kidney supplementation and kidney treatment, right? So for men and the women for different ages, they all have the different ways. All right. So this is very important for the kidney functions. It's not only for your calcium intake. Also, we know the kidney in Chinese traditional medicine, the kidney is a very big role to help our body health for the human being. All right. So guys, this is everything about today's top 2 topics. All right. So I think we shared a lot of information about today's topic, which we know a lot of information about the calcium, the importance of the calcium, and how can we get the right calcium and keep our body calcium balance. Remember? And also we have a lot of Greenworld products which can really help to supplement our calcium intake. All right. The next time, I think should be next week, Rini will have a big topic to introduce our Greenworld calcium products. Also, we know what is the relationship between the kidney functions and the calcium's intake. And this is also very important, right? So if we're trying to get the right calcium and get enough calcium, the kidney functions, we need to improve. All right. And we also shared a lot of informations, how can we improve our kidney functions. And also we introduced 2 Greenworld products, which is the kidney tonifying capsules for men and women. All right. I hope today's information can very helpful for the people who are lack of calcium or you have kidney deficiency problems. And I hope we can see you guys again in the next time. All right. Thank you so much for the listening. So next part, we gonna doing our so I think Rini, you are here.
Sharing. Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
let's begin our sharing for today.
yeah, yeah. So we can do the sharing today. So so the sharing, I think we still can get the free products for the reward, right, Rini?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Okay, sure, yeah. So guys, so we gonna do the sharing today, all right? So I hope you guys can share your if you have the, please share your testimony about the products you use. Okay, we got okay. So please, we very pleasure for you to share your testimony about you use the Greenworld products, or about the business, or about the feeling when you're joining the Greenworld's families. Okay, if you want to share your testimony, you will get a free products from your branch. Okay, after you share your testimony, please type your name, your branch's office, where you come from, and what is your ID number. Okay, all these information details to us, and we will give to your branch office, and you can pick the free products from your branch office. All right. So if you're trying to share your testimony, please use the small hand function in the Zoom meeting. All right. So I think we have talked a lot of times about the how to use the hand function. Okay, we got the first one, which is Flavian. Okay.
Good evening.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. Yeah, speaking to Flavin Machungra from Cape Town. I recommend someone therapy was having a cyst problem. He checked the uterus spew for that problem, and now it's okay after using uterus spew.
Okay, Hiba from Cape Town, Miss Hiba from Cape Town. You have clients, you have customers who use the uterus cleansing pills, right? What happened to her before she used the products?
Was having a cyst problem.
Okay, having a cyst. I suppose it's a cyst of the ovaries, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then after using uterus cleansing pills, how many boxes she used?
He buy only one box.
Only one box, okay. And then after she used the uterus cleansing pill, what happened to her?
Send me some pictures of the problem. So I see the picture and send me the testimony that she is okay now.
Oh, okay. That's good. Wonderful. Thank you very much. And you're from Cape Town, right? Please kindly, key in your personal information in the chat box. Thank you very much. Thank you. The second
Okay.
one who raised your hand is Pastor D's Galaxy A30s. So, Pastor, I suppose you're a pastor. Please, I need to help you to,
Yeah, unmuted. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. Unmute yourself and
Yes,
you go ahead.
yes, how are you?
Good evening. How are you, sir?
I'm good, and you, man?
Thank you. Good.
Yeah, um, my testimony, it will be about myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I was using kidney tonifier for the past 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
Due to I had a back pain, which I thought it was when I was training. I was
Okay.
exercising. I thought maybe it's a spinal cord problem and so forth. But when I did check, and I was informed about it might be the kidney problem, I started using the kidney tonifier, and then the pain just vanished in 2 to 3 days, and I sticked to them so that I
Okay.
can get well completely. And yeah, finally I was with less problem. concerning the back pain. And
Okay.
this is what I realized, that there was nothing else that could have helped me except the kidney tonifier for men.
Okay, very good. Pastor, congratulations. Can you tell us, for the past 4 months, and you continuously use the kidney tonifying for men, okay? And then, the pain caused by kidney problems, very possibly a kidney stone, has vanished. Congratulations. Pastor, keep on drinking plenty of water, because also the water helps you to flush out, whatever caused the pain.
Okay, thank you for that. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Pastor, which branch you're from?
I'm from Pretoria side.
Okay,
Yes,
Pretoria.
the branch that I use usually it's Makekana's branch in Block FF in Soshanguve.
Okay, and you are supposed to collect your prize from Johannesburg branch. So, Pastor, kindly, thank you very much for your testimonies. This will help a lot of distributors and customers to understand how important kidney tonifying for
It
men
is
and
very
women. Thank you so much. Please
Thank you.
kindly key in your personal information into the chat box. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah,
Thank
also
you so
include
much.
your also include your telephone number. Also for the Flavian, the first one who shared the testimony. Please give me your telephone number to there. Okay, just want to mention. Okay, you can keep going, Rini.
The first one, actually, I'm sorry. The first one is M. Kiba. The account number is M Kiba. It's not actually Flavian.
Okay.
But I also got his branch office actually from Cape Town. I got it. Okay,
Okay,
but
okay,
please
okay.
please key in your telephone number. Because they could be two same numbers. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
and the third one, who raised your hand is Jem from how to pronounce your name. Okay. You can unmute yourself.
Yes, Miss Sereni.
Yes, good. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Miss Sereni. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Oh,
First of
Miss
all, sir, let us understand how to pronounce your name correctly.
Okay, this is Portuguese name is Jaime Xavier Sitoye.
Jaime?
Is the Portuguese name.
Okay.
Xavier
You're
Sitoye.
from
For now, I'm based in
Angola.
Mozambique. I'm
Oh,
based
you're
in
in
Mozambique.
Mozambique. Okay.
Mozambique.
Okay.
Mozambique. Yeah, Mozambique. Yeah.
I'm based in Mozambique for now.
Okay, great. You're very welcome from
Yes,
Mozambique. Jane, what is your
yes,
testimony?
Miss Sereni. Thank you very much, Miss Sereni. Because of time, I have a lot of testimony. But first of all, I'm going to health side. I'm at 60 years old. I was having problem of prostate gland. So I
Okay.
took prostate assure and prostate and kidney tonifier. I was having a premature ejaculation. Since I took prostate assure and kidney tonifier, I'm feeling very good and very strong man sexually as well.
Well, Jane,
This-
thank you very much. We appreciate for your, encouragement. Generally, gentlemen don't want to share this kind of information, but we appreciate. We thank you very much on behalf of all the brothers in Africa. Yes,
yes,
you're right. Prostate care capsule and kidney tonifying, a good combination for men that can improve the sexuality. Well, I hope that everybody pick up this information, because next month we are going to focus on men's, health conditions, including the premature ejaculation and also the prostate disorders. So thank you very much, Jane. We appreciate what you have shared with us. Congratulations, and maybe you can try Vic Power. Vic Power actually gives you enhance the excitement for the intercourse. But since you're already very strong and fit and very masculine, then you may pass this information to more of our brothers. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jane from Mozambique. Please kindly key in your information into the chat box. Okay, thank you. Okay, I see today we have so many sharings. Generally, we can only pick the 3, sharings for, for the first prize. But if you allow me to put you in the second prize, we can still go on with this kind of sharings. So, from the fourth one, who is Felix number 2, because, you're the first one, from the first to the third, they're going to win the first prize, but you're going to win the second prize. Is it okay to you?
Yes,
Okay,
it's
Felix.
okay. It's
Okay,
okay.
Felix. Okay, thank you. You're from which branch? You're from?
From Johannesburg
From Johannesburg. Great.
branch.
Okay, okay. What is your testimony, sir?
I'm talking about myself.
Okay.
2 years ago, when I started Greenworld, I just started because I was sick. I go for the test and they see that my prostate was big. But to make sure, I wanted them to tell me if the size of my prostate is the same size they taught to me in Baragouanat Hospital.
Okay.
And that sister, they just give the same size. The machine give me the same size. I said to her, stop explaining anything to me. Just write the product. Just write it. I don't want. Then she write prostate show, ganoderma, kidney tonifier, propolis, and palm pollency. And I was surprised. She asked me, "Do you want to boost your manpower?" I said, "No, I'm right." Then she stopped there. I take the products for 3 months because I was booking for operation. Then when I go for the how they call to the hospital, to the hospital, they must do the checkup to operate for operation.
Yeah.
Now they see they can operate. Even they want to do the pap smear, they want the biopsy. They say no, they stop. I continue drinking my products until today. I never jam to drink my products, but I'm fine. I never done operation. And everything to me is feel like I don't have even the prostate. I'm being nice, no problem. But my friend, very best friend in products is a Ganoderma. Because even the Ganoderma coffee, I keep drinking it. Even today, I drink in the morning.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, excellent. Congratulations, sir. You have a prostate enlargement. Then you take a product like a Prostacare, Ganoderma, Pine Pollen Tea, Propolis, and Ganoderma coffee for 3 months. And, your enlargement actually is well controlled. So there was no need for operation. Keep on using our products, especially prostate care and Ganoderma coffee. This is a very good one. You enjoy coffee, and also you enjoy the health benefits of the Ganoderma. Congratulations, sir. Please kindly key
Thank,
in your personal information into the chat box. Thank you.
thank you.
Okay, then we have the fifth one, who is Susan. Susan, please, you can unmute yourself and start sharing with us. Yes, Susan, how are you?
Hello,
Hello, Susan, how are you?
I'm
Which branch you
okay.
are from?
I'm from Kenya.
Okay, from Kenya. Susan,
Uh,
what is your testimony?
I have a testimony about the Kanban, but before the testimony, I haven't got my gift for June.
Oh, please contact your office. And Susan, madam, let me put this way. You have to contact your office in 1 week time, because if every week we have the winners, the office cannot keep all the records. So after 1 week, if you fail to go to the office, we'll consider that you give up this chance. But you still have more chances. Today you have one more chance. Don't worry. Go ahead.
Okay. So I want to congratulate the Kanban Greenworld for being the mother of so many families in many countries by making many people to put their plate on the table. That means the company has given employment to so many people. So I congratulate for that. I also congratulate for the good products of high quality, curable, and affordable. So anybody can afford to buy and consume and get well. Another thing is the incentives like the trips, the awards, and even the bonus. We are so much happy about that because they make us put more effort, knowing there is something to get after the work. Another thing is the education or the knowledge you are giving, like now. We are aware of the products, the diseases. So when we go in the field, we have no problem with the clients. So the lastly is the use of quantum analyzing machine. It has been so helpful to us for making the diagnosing very easier and the treatment. So I thank you very much, the Greenworld seniors and the entire family of Greenworld. We thank you very much. God bless you.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Susan. Well done. Talking about this quantum analyzer, resonance analyzer, it has a long name. People just call it quantum analyzer machine. Okay, when you use it, be very careful to key in accurate information, personal information of your customers. For example, if you examine me, you must have my age, my height, my body weight, because without this, very possibly, the information is not accurate. And by the way, if you key in right information, you can use this. We have a way that you can export the information into your own laptop, that you can use this information to manage your customer. You have a database of your customer. This is a very wonderful way to master your customer in the future, because you have all their information, their health problems, their condition, when they get your help consultant, and what products they use. So for example, Rini is one of your customer, my age, my body weight, my height, and then after this scan, my problems. You have the report. So you give me some suggestion of the products. You document all this, and then you can use it to follow up. For example, I may not buy all the products you recommend to me. I maybe choose, one product due to my financial situation. And then, for example, this product lasts for 1 month. After 1 month, you got to call me and ask me, what do I feel? How my condition has been improved. And if I need any help or any other products, you can use this database for very good customer management and follow-up system. Thank you very much for this. Okay, thank you, Susan, for your contribution. I think, due to the time, we still have one more quarter. You can always do this next time. So the next one is Potiphar. I know this, sir. I know you because you're very active. You have won this, prize before. Okay, Mr. Potiphar, please, you can unmute yourself.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, please. I've got a testimony for my client, not for myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a client. No, let me just say I had a client sometimes back. That client, these days, we are more like we are family because of the testimony that she received from Greenworld product. The problem where the client was type 1 diabetic. And also she had fibroids and kidney problems. These kidney problems started somewhere in 2005. From 2005, she had a lot of challenges with the kidneys, and the fibroids somewhere they diagnosed them somewhere in 2010, somewhere there, and they were very big enough. By that time in 2019, we had no uterus cleansing pill. I think you are aware of that.
Okay.
Yes. So what I did, I started giving this client some product, especially the product that I gave her mostly. It was because we had no uterus cleansing pill. I could use Ganoderma Plus capsule combination. Sometimes I could combine with chitosan. They helped that woman for about 6 months. She took those products for about 6 months. Then for the kidneys, the product that I trust much is Kidney 25 and Cordyceps. If I combine these products, then they work best as for me to my client. From there now, since 2019, that's the time that I met the client, the fibroids, they were very big that even if according to the teachings, you say, we only give this product to the fibroids, which are quite small. But as for me, even if they were big, I could also give the very Greenworld product. And since 2019, those fibroids on the kidney, they are completely done. This moment we do communicate since that was, I think it was in September 2019, up to date. She has never felt with any kidney problem or the gynecology issues. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Potiphar. You actually, I think you are an expert in the products. First of all, yes, before we have uterus cleansing pill, any growth or tumor, you give the very correct products, which is the Ganoderma and Chitosan. This is very good.
Yes.
Secondly, for kidney problems, kidney tonifying plus cordyceps are always the strongest combination for kidney disorders. So, congratulations, for your professionalism in health knowledge and products. Yes, when a woman has big, fibroids, because, normally it causes the bleeding. So if the lady doesn't have severe bleeding, you definitely can still give her the products. But if that lady has severe bleeding, we go for surgery first. So thank you very much.
Yes.
Which company, which branch office you're from, sir?
Lusaka, Zambia.
Okay, from Zambia. Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Mr. Calvin from Nevada, and I see, we still have many people. Okay, we have we have three more. Okay, let's stop with this three. Okay, and after that, we'll finish with today. Okay, Mr. Kelvin from Naivasha, Kenya, please, you can unmute yourself.
Oh, hello everyone.
Hi.
I am Kelvin from Naivasha.
You're well
and
known, sir.
Thank you. Recently, I had a client in South Africa and she was suffering from fibroids. So she was given uterus cleansing pill and Ganonaba coffee and some other supplements. So after she used the first uterus cleansing pill, she was okay. The second one, she was complaining of backaches and stomach aches. So after that, I told her to now use the Ganoderma coffee and the pudding. After that, she was okay. Yes, and that is my testimony. Thank you.
Okay, congratulations, sir. Thank you. I know you're very good in products, and you're a good leader. Thank you very much for your sharing about one of your customers. For gynecological problem, you use the uterus cleansing pill and Ganoderma coffee. For back pain and stomach pain, that you go for the also Ganoderma coffee and pudding tea. Good. Congratulations. Thank you very much, sir. The next one is Easter. I think Easter, Madam, you're also from Kenya, right? Please, you can unmute yourself. Yes, please. Yes. Go ahead. We're listening.
Hello.
Hello. Good
Okay.
evening, ma'am.
Esther from Zimbabwe.
Oh, you're from Zimbabwe. Congratulations.
Evening, madam. Are you hearing me?
Yes, you're well.
Yeah,
You're
sure.
well
I'm
heard.
from Harare, Zimbabwe.
Oh, you're from Zimbabwe. Congratulations. What's your
Okay.
testimony, madam?
Yeah. I've got a personal testimony. I've been suffering from ovarian cysts, breast pain, and hormonal imbalance for 2 years.
Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. I'm recording. You're having ovary problems, cyst, ovary
Ovarian
cyst.
cyst problem.
Okay.
Yes, breast pain.
Okay.
And also hormonal imbalance.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I used 2 boxes of uterus cleansing pill.
Okay.
And 2 boxes of breast care tea.
Okay.
And 3 bottles of Kidington Fire for Women.
Okay. How many bottles?
And 2 bottles of soap. 3 bottles of Kidington Fire.
Okay. Okay.
And also 2 bottles of soy power.
Okay.
Yes, those are the products that I used. And after taking 2 boxes of uterus cleansing pill, that's when I see this ovarian cyst coming out.
Oh, okay, that's good. And how about your breast disorders? What do you
Both are
feel?
now okay. Everything is now okay.
And your hormonal imbalance?
Everything is now perfect. And I was also booked for an operation for this ovarian cyst almost two times. And I've been refusing to go for the operation because I was using my products from Greenworld. So when this ovarian cyst came out, I went to the hospital for them to have a checkup on me, and everything was sorted out.
Okay, congratulations, Madam Easter. Keep on using our products, and we wish from your voice we can hear that you're very energetic. So congratulations.
Yeah, sure. I'm now okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, we have the last one, the nice and the last one. Okay. Sheki, please, you can unmute yourself. This is going to be the last testimony of today.
Good evening, the Greenworld team.
Good evening.
Good
Good evening, sir. Which branch you're from?
I'm from Cameroon.
From Cameroon. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you, Bamenda, precisely.
You are going to.
A lady was booked for operation on fibroid.
Okay.
She was given 2 months to come for fibroid operation, and she became scared for the operation. So
Okay.
when I met her, I told her that our Greenworld products can do marvelous job for her, and she was a little bit convinced. So now I had to put her on cooling tea. That should take cooling tea first. Should take cooling tea for about 5 days before continuing with it. She took it. Then I placed her on Ganoderma. I placed her on kidney care. Women, I placed her on soy power. Then gave her the uterus cleansing pills. So she was using all of them simultaneously. And the last bulb, the last pair brought out all the fibroid from her. It started coming out, gradually coming out and blocking her vaginal passage. She was cleaning it until everything came out. So that's the testimony that the Greenworld products did to that lady. And as from today, she has never had the fibroid again.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sheki. Congratulations for you and your customers. You give your very correct combination of products. Congratulations. And you are the first distributor, who give us testimonies from Cameroon. We really wish that you could pass this information to other distributors and invite more from your country. Thank you, sir. So, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for today's. I'm going to answer the questions later on. During the next section, because today, they're already 20 minutes behind schedule.
Yeah,
So today, the first to third testimony will win the first prize. Number 3 to number 6, the second prize, and number 7 to number 9, the third prize. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for having tuned in for today's presentation, and thank you very much for Eric for your very powerful and informative presentations. Ladies and gentlemen, take good care of yourself, stay safe, because the COVID is still there. And then, pass the information to more people, just like Lady Susan has shared, that, we help more people to get health and help more people to earn a living and even get wealth through doing this business. Thank you very much for today. Very soon, within 10 minutes, I'm going to send all this, the winners information to your branch office. Once again, thank you very much and good
Thank
night.
you,
We'll
guys.
see you next
Have a
week.
good night and see you next week, guys.
Good night, Miss
Good night,
Ellie.
good
Good
night.
night,
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye,
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Madam Rain.